everyone, it's time for us to go and take a look at the iPhone 12 Pro Max and see how this particular iPhone holds up in 2024, specifically in the middle part of this particular year. Now, the very first thing I will definitely tell you is that I've done a lot of reviews of this thing and a lot of comparisons on this particular phone in the last couple of months. And from the beginning of this year up until this point, there's a lot of stuff to love about this particular phone, and I still think there's a lot of cool things going on for this particular device when it comes down to it. And we just got iOS 18. I'm not going to be hitting on iOS 18 too much in this video. I already made separate reviews on this thing, but I will tell you for the most part, from the beginning of this year up until this point, the 12 Pro Max has held up fairly well. Definitely not the best phone of all time, but not terrible. On the exterior, this phone still looks very, very good. And that is something I like a lot about the iPhone 12 Pro Max. This is still a very good device when it comes down to it. And when I'm going through and picking up any sort of device, I like the fact that I can buy a phone like the iPhone 12 Pro Max and get a phone that actually still holds up fairly well when it comes down to the performance side and from the hardware side. This is still a phone that looks very, very nice, very good, and very, powerful. And that is something I like. It's a 6.7-inch Super Retina XDR OLED display. It's a massive display for what you're getting, which is actually pretty crazy. And that's a very cool thing going on for this particular phone. I love being able to buy a phone and have it into this type of, quality and this capability. And this is a very cool thing going on with it. On the bottom, Lightning port, complete flat size all across the phone. On the back side, you're getting this frosted glass back, which feels and looks very, very good. Whenever I'm going through and purchasing any sort of device, I like the fact that these types of phones are giving me very good quality and very good capability. And these types of phones feel very good in the hand. And once again, that's something that's super nice going on with these types of devices. So if I'm going through and getting a certain device, I like the fact that these types of phones are performing very, very well. And this in and of itself is a very cool thing going on for this particular phone. So from that personal opinion right there on the exterior, this phone definitely gets a thumbs up from me. Now, another big thing going on with the iPhone 12 Pro Max is its software. This phone, like I said before, is still supported with software, which is amazing. But on top of that, this phone is still going to be holding up very well when it comes down to the future of these types of devices as well. The thing you have to remember is that with something like the iPhone 12 Pro Max, this phone is still holding up very well from the software side, and the fact that the iPhone XS and XR and XS Max are still supported with software make me think that this device is going to be supported with software for a long, long period of time, which is another very cool thing going on for this particular phone as well. So in my personal opinion right there, that gets a thumbs up for me as well. On top of that, another big thing is with its performance. This thing is still giving you its Apple A14 Bionic chip inside of it with 6 GB of RAM, and this is another very cool thing going on for this particular phone. As I mentioned before, if I'm going through and picking up any sort of device, I like the fact that this particular phone is giving me such a great quality, such great performance, and almost every single thing that I ever want to do with it. And that is a very cool thing going on for this phone. I love, like I said before, this phone can handle mostly everything I'd really want to throw at it. And whether it's a basic application, an intensive application, no matter what I'm really doing with it, it's probably going to give me a pretty good experience. And that is something that I actually like a lot and that I appreciate a lot about my, iPhone 12 Pro Max. So at the end of the day, what I'll definitely tell you is I love my iPhone 12 Pro Max. I think it's still a very good phone to buy. If you have the ability to, I'd probably recommend going up to an iPhone 13 Pro Max, but I do think that this particular phone is still worth it. I think it still has a lot of stuff going on with it too. And that's basically all I have to say about this particular phone. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.